Daniel, Sean, welcome to the Colorado Food Magazine Season 3.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. We're at the Coark Collective, Korean food hall located at Arapahoe and Parker Road. Exactly, the exact location is 15775 East Arapahoe Road, the northwest corner. That's for our audience. It's brand new. You guys are open about 2 weeks. Tell me why this and what the 3 times I've been now has been magnificent. Today, we literally took a food tour of Korea, a culinary journey. It's been magnificent. And I want to learn more about the Korean culture, the Korean food, and why you guys doing this. And tell me about it. So Daniel, we'll start with you. Tell us about how this got started, how you got involved, and what the future looks like.
Yeah, so, we start with 9 kind of different vendor. It's a weird start. It's not just for Korean food. We'll think about it as like a Asian fusion concept restaurants.
Oh, forgive me for that.
Yeah, but pretty much like our vendors, our food is pretty much looks like a Korean food. Yeah, but because we are Korean, so our identity, is we want to show our local people with the food, and we have a bunch experience about the food industry as well. So that so this is a really good connect for with the people with the food. That's why we start as a food vendor and Coark Collectives, and but is this teams as we are very we already know each other, and that's the this teams are like a collective and not just for businesses. So this is what we show and what we do. So we a lot of thought about is how we make a concept and how we show up our brand and the cultures and everything. That's why we build up the Coark Collectives.
Okay, how did you find Sean, who owns 3456T? So how did you come involved in this?
So I've known the owner or the person who was actually started this project.
James Lim.
Yes.
We talked to earlier, yes.
I've known him for a very long time. We met doing a lot of Korean events, like to share the culture and things like that. So that's how we met over 10 years ago. And he has been somewhat of a mentor for me in the worldly business area. So when he approached me saying, I have this project that I'm thinking about doing, I immediately jumped into it because I like to share my thoughts, my culture, and this would be a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, I'd love that because obviously you guys know I'm the president along with Celine Nestor. She's the co-founder. Both of us founded. Depends on which minute you talk to us who founded it first. I'm the Hispanic Restaurant Association. But we find it in the Latin community, such family orientation, we want to share the culture, the food, and food is such a common denominator for all of us, and just the richness and you want to share. We find so many chefs want to share their culture, their family. Same with you, growing up that. So what's the genesis of the Coark Collective, of how, I guess, it came about? And then obviously it's a beautiful concept. We've been here for about 3 hours today. We've gone through all of them, and it really was a culinary journey. So what's the genesis? Daniel, you, whoever you want to start here, what's the genesis of this idea, and what's the best part of it so far?
I think having each individual vendors having their own color and trying to introduce a specific Korean or Asian food. But at the same time, we are in one boat. That's kind of the concept of
the Ark.
Yeah, the Noah's Ark.
Oh, very good.
So we're trying to build a team and, help each other and bringing, we all have same goals. Of course, it's a business, so we have to succeed.
What's those same goals?
To be able to provide a place where people could hang out and be comfortable. And, it's not like a fine dining, but It's that heartwarming gathering. It's kind of what we would like to see more of.
Oh, very nice. So like a family gathering place. And that's one of the reasons, because I asked, I'm like, oh, do they have alcohol? And the answer is no. And then I was talking to one of the storefronts here, and then she's like, no, we don't want that because we want kids to run around. We want families to be here. We don't ever want to have to worry about a drunk person. She didn't say it quite like that. That's my attitude, but I inferred that. How did you find all these different vendors? I mean, it literally is a beautiful journey through Korea. The food, the street food. One thing we learned today, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but Mario will remind me if we can speak off camera, the Korean version of the burrito. It was called what, Mario? What the sandwich? You made it. What was the sandwich you made?
Mad toast.
Mad toast. Okay, yeah, that was wonderful. Actually, every one of them. I was like I said, I'm the golden retriever. I'm like, no, this is my favorite. No, this is my favorite. But it was great. I mean, it really is. And so, how did you pick each vendor? Did you guys just put out a broadcast? Did you know a lot of these people that were vendors? And I really loved the hospitality we received today. I suspect, actually, I know that it was the same way on Friday. It was the same way last Tuesday. Very open, very hospitable, very because the food is from your soul and who you are and what you do. And it's just an extension of almost of love. If I can use that word, be so bold to use that word. How did you select? How did you get yourself or Mad Toast or the
So when we first started kind of drawing out this project, before we even had the full concept or location picked or anything like that, we had a group of people who was interested in this school. And some of them is first time running a business. Some of them has experience working in food industry. And some of them actually been chefs and so on. So it's very varied of people. So when we first started planning out, okay, who's going to do a certain type of food and so on, we helped each other develop that. So the branding of each store and the ingredients and the menu selection, we all sat down literally trying each other's food. And so it was built up from the ground together.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. It really is a teamwork.
Yeah, it is.
So who got to be the final taste tester? That's all I want to know. Daniel? No. I know. But before you opened up, how's it been going since?
Actually, it's pretty good. Yeah, we just through the grand opening last Friday, and we had 2 times a weekend last 2 weeks. We didn't expect that this much people came here and enjoyed the food, but
why did you expect it?
Because Sean already told you, and it's over half vendors they start the businesses the first time start a business. And I have a lot of experience about the food industry, but each vendor they are fresh. Not
so you guys are almost an operational incubator.
Yes, exactly, and that's why they don't have experience a lot of people as a serve for food, and that's why we just started as a soft opening, and we really want to test like a small group.
Yeah.
But we couldn't. A lot of people came during a soft opening period as well. So we had a lot of tests. Yes, of course, and and it was a big challenge each vendor, and we didn't expect that much. Prep food and the sales, but last 2 weeks was a great challenge for each vendor, and we went through the very successful. And now we it's like a offshore regular star as this restaurant and food hall, and they can expect is a lot of people and very successful business.
Yeah, I suspect on the weekends you guys are gonna be packed. Just, I mean, I lived just a mile from here for 20 years, and I just recently moved out in the country. But I can see like this would be. I would have loved to have been here when I lived here because it's great food, and I don't like eating too much of change. But unlike everybody else, I need my Burger King or my McDonald's once in a while. But yeah, Chick-fil-A, yeah, exactly. But speaking of Chick-fil-A, you like them. You guys are not open on Sunday, and it's just a choice to give the family a break, go to church, and things like that. You're very family oriented. So,
Yep.
What's been other than the challenge? What's been the best part? We went through the hardest part, which is the amount of people, which is any business would love to have that. What's been the best part?
So because we're, again, a family, a team here, our marketing approach is all together as well. And we have, tried to target a lot of the foodies and, people who really like to eat, right? And when they come here and they're leaving happy and full, that means a lot. And especially for them to say, hey, telling like the people around them, yeah, let's go eat there again. There's so much things to try. It was good.
Right, 10 different times in the same week.
Rightly, when we hear that, that's like, I think it's the best.
Yeah, and that was the beauty of what I've seen. I mean, like I said, this is my third time here since you've opened. And each time I just show up at different times just because I drive by here all the time. I want to make sure it's consistency, it's true to who you are, and it really is. I mean, I loved seeing the joy of everybody preparing the food. And not only, it would like, because when we talked, it's like, we're going to show up and we're going to give us one or two. I mean, everybody's like, I have one, two. No, here's another one. Here's another one. I mean, and it was great. I mean, we have a pile of food over there we're going to take home for a week. And each one is different. I love that part. So what has been the best part for you, Daniel?
Excitement.
Is it?
Yes, they actually any business where people are before start, they're nervous,
Right.
and they maybe worry because
Well, you're like,
yeah.
am I going to go broke?
yeah. But now they have they're very exciting. As all the vendors are very exciting. We work a lot the last 2 weeks, so physically definitely tired. Yeah, physically tired, but mentally there are it's an excitement, it's a helping their mental. So there are.
Well, that's what entrepreneurs do. I mean, it's I'd love, as I was talking, I did a brief talk and we interviewed James earlier through his, I think it was his nephew interpreting for us. And he said he loves seeing the joy in the entrepreneurs. That's what we do at the Hispanic Restaurant Association. We're opening up our own version of a operational incubator called Phantasma Eats, but it's going to be a ghost kitchen concept. It's not anything like this. Yeah, we love that. We're going to have different chefs, different entrepreneurs. We'll have the support like this of an organization, of a community, and everything else. It's pretty cool. So what does the future look like? I talked to James earlier. He said I can imagine. So before I go there, how did this concept? He was talking about how it's very common in Korea to have this many vendors.
So in Korea, there are, like along the side of highways, there's rest stops.
Right.
But here is more like vending machines, but over in Korea, it's actually a food hall, a rest stop. So it's very similar concept where you have centralized ordering and you get a bunch of different kind of vendors, and it's similar style. So we wanted to kind of bring that and give that a feel here. And it's very, exciting and comforting.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love the idea. It really is. I mean, like I said, the journey I took today of learning a lot of different foods. I've eaten a very limited amount of Korean food, but today I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's good. Like I said, for the fifth time, I'm the golden retriever of food. But it was delicious. I love some of the ahi tuna, some of the street. I can't remember the name, but like the chicken on a stick, and just some of the other vegetable. It was pretty amazing. So what is I noticed? From last week to this week, some big TVs on there because there might have been some hiccups in the and ordering. So you're like, oh, we need to do this. That's a fast iteration of okay, we recognize a problem. Now we're going to solve it. Yes. I imagine that's going to continue to the future till it's perfected. But I want everybody to know that, because like in anything new, I mean, it's going to be like, oh, we didn't anticipate that, especially when you're so busy right out of the gate. So that's good. So what does the future look like for this type of concept for you guys, for other people? He said he wanted to do several throughout Colorado.
Yeah, we'll hope is like a very similar concept, like a second Coark Collective, a third Coark Collective. Definitely we're dreaming about it, and our plan is first of all, we really want a very strong settle down all the vendors here. It's like an incubator, right? And so that we need to grow, and we need to
refine your all processes, make your mistakes as you grow, and then correct them, and then just the iterative decision making. Like, okay, this is right. Let's keep doing that. This is right. We need to tweak this. That's great. I mean, I love what you guys are doing. I love the way you treat the community, the hospitality shown to us and everybody, even when I show up unannounced or unknown. It was great. It really was.
To bring that feel of welcoming and making sure that you're leaving happy. And that's pretty much everything that I would expect. And we are always, thinking about new ways to, upgrade the current way of things go here, and trying to develop new menus, trying to get feedback. So we pay close attention to all the feedbacks that people give. So good or bad, they're all helpful to us.
Right.
Any way that we could improve and make it more enjoyable.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yep. It's pretty much similar like as Sean. And our journey is not a short term. Yeah, so we are not think about this.
Oh, we've got 3 months. We better make it work.
It's a good start and running, and we are, we're not doing like that. So we'll, as our a journey, will be, keep challenging, and keep growing, and keep serving for the people, and not just for the business. So we appreciate serve for the people, and we appreciate serve our food, like a
An extension of you.
connect with the soul, and food connect with our identity. That's why we love to showing our Coark collectives to the people.
Oh, I love that. I'd love to, in the future, and I know you guys are I'd love to bring our leadership of our Chefs Association and just have a big dinner with you guys, them, and just kind of like share the cultures. We can bring some Hispanic Latin food with this, and we just kind of share food. And that'd be a beautiful thing. So
another thing that we're planning to do is being able to reach outside of just a Coark, meaning we'll do catering, and we would attend events where it could be international events or food events or anything like that. We definitely
that'd be
would love
good
to participate.
Okay, so we have several events we can potentially invite you to. Just kind of talk about it. That way we can bring in your culture, the food, and just kind of break bread together. That's one of the most beautiful things I know to do. So, well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.